One of my favorite books and spiritual mentors, guides is Marianne Williamson, who wrote this book, A Return to Love. And it's quite well known in conscious circles. And one of the main premises of this book and of her work and of our work together collectively as yogis, as people seeking a deeper connection, a deeper sort of meaning to, okay, what is my service? Why am I here? What is the soul? Who am I? Right? The main premise is that actually love, the way we've been sold it, is a sort of fantasy and illusion, a very hyper-focused, special relationship kind of love, where my love is relegated to maybe my partner or a lover or someone who I put a lot of energy towards, sort of put them on a pedestal or consider them to be um, important in a very unique way, and that others perhaps aren't as important. And this really creates a pressure on that relationship, but also it limits our heart from loving in the way that we are potentiated, that we can love, that actually we're created to love. Um, and with so many planets now in Aquarius, Aquarius is a very sort of universal, while it cares very deeply for the human condition, there's also a quality of the impersonal energy. So it sees all as equal, as important to love, as the stranger is equally deserving of my care and attention as, perhaps that person who is closest to me. And so I'm just inviting us today, this morning, as we consider the heart in our practice and this theme of love and what is my sort of place within this body of energy as the earth, as a human being, as a creation of the divine, or just another member of our human family or our earth family, to consider in what ways can I sort of invite and perhaps actively open myself to giving love as attention, as an energetic investment, as a meditation, that I'm a sort of antenna, not just to direct love to my dog or my partner or this thing I really like that's important to me, but to sort of open that boundary up, sort of the gate, the fence that's around my conception of love, and invite um, a deeper connection to all things. And there's this beautiful quote by Einstein that crossed my path that I wanted to share that sort of encapsulates this feeling and this mood. And he says that a human being is part of a whole called by us as the universe, a part limited in time and space, which the yogis would disagree that actually the soul is eternal. And once we leave this space of this body, of this lifetime, we continue on into another body or another dimension. So, but for all intents and purposes, in this sort of incarnation, a human being, right, is limited by time and space, but essentially we're relating to ourselves as spiritual beings. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us. restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. So the yogis were definitely onto that and encouraged this understanding of how we're all connected because we essentially share the same father and mother and source. And we have this sort of responsibility to the love that created us to return that love, to continue feeding that in relation to all beings, even to our enemies, right? Sometimes um, if we have experienced having an enemy or someone who's sort of at odds with us or a difficult person in our lives, maybe not our enemy necessarily, but someone who is challenging our ego, triggering us, kind of setting us up to experience discomfort or be or stands in opposition to our desires, right? Those are oftentimes the greatest gifts for us. So how can I cultivate a feeling of compassion for even those people in our lives, for those challengers? And perhaps that feeling of compassion doesn't mean that we allow them into our lives or that we have an ongoing relationship if there's some element of toxicity there. But we can sort of start to heal and become whole within ourselves to even allow that supposed person or thing that can't be loved, if we can start to kind of wrap that in love, what does that even look like or feel like? How does that complete the universal nature of love and the power of love to transcend and bring us into a state that is so all-encompassing that we start to dissolve those things that are in opposition, which essentially is fear, right? A fear of being held down, a fear of not being seen, a fear of um, having our love sent out but not reciprocated, in which case there's conditions on it, in which case is there any way to sit in a sense of unconditional love for ourselves and from there to extend outwards. So I'm just inviting these things into our meditation this morning. We're going to start with a breath practice and just an awareness of the breath as a channel to sort of start to clear up whatever energy blocks or heaviness that we might carry in the different parts of ourselves, little corners of ourselves. So let's bring the palms together and start with our mantra to invite the consciousness of creativity, of light into our practice. So press the palms, thumbs into the sternum, gently lift the chest. Just begin by taking a big belly breath, expanding low belly, mid belly, lungs, chest. And as you exhale, gently draw the navel to the spine, feeling the abdominals engage. Inhale, expand and soften. Exhale, release. And gently contract, affirming and grounding into the body. So the soul's desire is rooted in loving service. That's the principal motivating factor of the soul moving through space, moving through time. And that's the deep nature of each and every soul, is to love through action, through service. So even as you feel the breath move in and out, you can clear this space internally. And that first action begins with this sort of consciousness, the level of awareness. And as we take this awareness inwards and establish it for ourselves, allow it to live in the breath. Allow it to start to inform our conscious thoughts as a mirror or a reference point. I was born to give. And so inviting into this practice a connection to the inner teacher, the inner creator. We begin with the mantra Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. And as he or she shows up in my life, exhale all the breath out. Inhale to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. Pause for a moment. Exhale out. Mangalacharn mantra is for guidance, for creating this protective container for our practice. Whatever transformation occurs can be done in a safe space for ourselves as individuals and as a group, connecting through the mantra. Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudev Name. Bowing to the primal wisdom, the eternal truth, the universal, powerful wisdom and the wisdom of mastery. Adgure name, Jugangure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugangure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugadgure name, Satgure name, Siri Gurudeve name. Take a big inhale. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. So we're starting with this very simple but powerful breath practice. So the hands are in Gyan Mudra, thumb and pointers touch, resting the hands on the backs of the knees, and just close the eyes and become aware of your breath. Starting by connecting to the body in perfect balance, sitting in this posture effortlessly, letting all of your attention here gather at the breath. So you want to feel the breath as a quality of motion. And how does it move in the different parts of your body as you breathe here in this steady meditative rhythm? And here at the beginning, what quality of energy seems to dominate your breath and the quality of your breath? So the gunas, or the qualities of energy, are described as goodness, there's sattva, there's a clarity, there's a spaciousness, there's an ease. Rajas, a sort of dimension of passion and fiery energy. Or tamas, the quality of heaviness, of darkness, of a dimension of sort of closing from energy. So just noticing how the breath feels here at the beginning as you deepen the breath, as you start to become more and more aware of how the breath moves you and anchors the mind. And really focusing the eyes through this 1-inch square above the root of the nose where your eyebrows meet. And focus your attention through the brow, almost as if it's a little window that we're looking through. Eyes are closed, but we're focusing at the brow. And then as if you were looking through the brow points, start to look towards the navel, focusing just below the interior of your belly button. And feel the motion and the life energy of the breath there. Visualizing the body as luminous. And as you inhale, the light increases in brightness, in its extent, in its reach. And as you exhale, let that breath and light merge with the entire cosmos. And let the breath breathe you. Experiencing yourself as a unit and as the cosmos as unlimited. And you're part of that vastness. And the breath is expanding you to connect and touch that vastness and inviting you to envelop into it. And just continue to observe the breath as a vehicle for light. And just becoming more deeply sensitive and refining our awareness here. Noticing the state of energy and motion that the breath creates in the body. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to bring a little bit of energy into our breath, into the body through breath of fire. So curling the fingers in and stretching the thumbs out, bring the arms out to 60 degrees. And lift through the heart, through the arms, stretching the spine upward. Chin draws towards the throat, creating a long neck. Pull the arms back slightly. Eyes are closed and gaze is focused above the crown of the head. So bring your eyes upward and begin breath of fire. Rapid inhale, exhale through the nose. Equal inhale and exhale, allowing the breath to move powerfully through the chest, through the arms. Take a deep inhale, stretch the arms overhead, bring the thumb tips to touch like magnets, fingers stretch up to the ceiling. Hold your breath, lift, root lock, gently squeezing low belly, rectum, sex organs up and in, creating a strong seal at the base of the spine, spiraling the energy up through the crown and beyond, holding here, focused. Clearing this body, this vessel, this temple, so that it may be a clear channel for love. Exhale, slowly stretch the arms out and sweep them down, spreading this energy through the auric field and relaxing in meditation for a moment. So we can see that the material world there's constantly shape-shifting, forms moving, changing, decaying. From that grows something new, and residue is left behind. And right, so as we're constantly ourselves processing experiences, emotions, traumatic events, joyous events, processing food, drink, whatever we're taking in through this vessel, both as a gross and a subtle vessel, there's always something that's left behind, right? A little residue, a subconscious memory, a subconscious pattern, food that's not properly digested, right? So things get caught. And so we're just taking this practice to clean up on a regular basis, clean up the body, clean up the mind, clean up the heart, so we can stay receptive to that quality of supreme love that is always vibrating, always available, but perhaps just doesn't have room sometimes with all the other stuff that's stuck in us. So we're going to unblock a little bit deeper here into the physical body. Come laying down on your back, and this is stretch pose. So we lay on the back, legs straight out, pointing the toes, arms alongside the body, palms facing the thighs. You're going to lift everything up 6 inches and begin breath of fire. And you're holding here. It's powerful on the navel point, a strong engagement here. Keep the legs lifted, keep the head lifted. Powerful breath of fire. If you have any lower back issues, you can support your hands can slide under the bum or just lower one foot or both feet and alternate the feet. But stay here, stay engaged as best you can. Stay with the powerful breath of fire that's going to start clearing out any stagnation in the navel center. And that'll allow this sort of light energy to radiate from your center through the rest of the body. Keep going.
Come on, yeah. Be the light now. Come on and be that light. Be the light. Be the light now.
Good. Keep stretching. And now inhale, deep, deep breath. Hold the breath, hold the posture, stretch through the fingers, through the toes, shoulders down, hold, exhale, and relax on your back and let it go. And become totally relaxed here. Melting into the ground, into this circulation of energy. And then hug your knees into the chest, rock up and down the spine. Rocking and rolling, come sitting up and come onto your hands and knees, and we'll cat-cow the spine. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, lift the heart and head and tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, push into the arms, straight arms. Inhale up, exhale in. Moving rhythmically, you can start slow, kind of feel into the body. How is the spine doing this morning? Maybe a little sort of tense or blocked up. And just start to breathe a little deeper, move a little faster as the space opens up. Good. Keep moving a little faster. Last few seconds. Powerful breath. And now inhale, stretch the spine up, hold the breath, reach the heart forward, the head up, the tailbone up, stretch the belly, the lungs. Exhale all the breath out, round the spine like a cat. Press the navel towards the spine, emptying out the lungs, any stale, stagnant energy in the bottom of the lungs. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, relax into child's pose. Hips to the heels, forehead to the earth, palms in prayer, and ground here to invite wholeness, balance. Okay, and now slowly rise up, roll the spine up, come sitting in easy pose. You can sit on a cushion if you'd like, just some support so your spine is nice and tall. Bring the palms together, pressing them at the heart center. Close the eyes and begin long, deep breathing here. So taking slow, deep inhales and slow, long exhales. And focus your concentration on the beat of your heart. As you inhale, we want to expand the belly, the lungs, the chest in this 3-part breath. And then gradually it become refined. So you're expanding the belly, the diaphragm, the intercostal muscles, the space behind the heart, the upper lungs, the upper chest, right? We sort of start to break down any limitations to spaciousness in the torso. Taking your time to deepen, treat each breath as completely unique and sacred and a new chance to expand your capacity. How subtly can you exhale slowly, softly, gently, easefully, all the while here focusing on the heartbeat. And that rhythm within the body, that infinite pulse. Keeping the concentration at the heartbeat, noticing any changes. And the heart is the home of the spark that is the self, the soul, the Atma. And then slowly begin to open the eyes. Release the hands. So we're going to move into back platform pose here. And this may be a little challenging, so do the best you can. We're going to have the weight balanced on the elbows and the heels. So this is going to bring the body into a deep state of focus and integration. And the navel will slightly draw in towards the spine to support you. And you want to find a perfectly straight line. So I'll demonstrate here. If you need to release down occasionally and come back up, pace yourself here and do your best to stay lifted. So the legs are straight and the elbows, screen down, are right by the sides and the fists are right by the chest. Right, so I'm pressing down into the heels and I'm lifting my butt, everything off of the ground. Just my elbows and my heels are holding my body up. Okay, so do your best here. Again, if you have to release down onto the pelvis or release the hips down, you can do so, but try to lift and to stay lifted. Right? And the whole body is a straight line. Back platform. So come into that posture here. Lift the chest and we're on the clock. Breathe here, long, deep breathing. So we're taking that long, deep breath that is quite easeful. We can connect to it when we're sitting in meditation, and now bring it to this. This is a challenging place, maybe not your favorite thing to be doing right now, but breathe long and deep. Let that deep breath bring you into a space of determination, focus, commitment. And feel the strength in your torso, in your body, in your chest, in your legs, everything that's supporting you to stay lifted here. And then breathe into that strength. Invite a deeper connection to that strength. Keep up, stay with it. We're almost there. A lot of energy collecting at the heart center here to release. Stay with it, breathe deep. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Come laying down on your back. Completely relax here. Taking a few deep breaths. And then hug your knees into the chest, rock up and down the spine. And come sitting in rock pose. So the knees are together, sitting on the heels. And you're welcome to use a pillow or cushion underneath your heels to support you here. So we're going to lock the hands together, kind of taking this little bear claw, it's called, or a bear mudra. So one thumb is straight up and the other is straight down, like this. And the hands are in front of the heart center. On the inhale, raise your left elbow and kind of keeping a straight line between your elbows, you're going to lower the right elbow. On the exhale, raise your right elbow and lower your left elbow. Inhale, left elbow up, exhale, right elbow up. And just go into this sort of rhythm, this seesawing rhythm. And the heart center is the pivot point. So the hands are kind of remaining at the heart center as the elbows go up and down. Okay, so we're going to move here. And as you fall into a rhythm, kind of start to quicken the pace. Go a little bit faster. And breathe long and deep. Let the breath support your movement. So move fast, seesaw them up and down. Inhale, left elbow up, exhale, right elbow up. The breath kind of becomes a breath of fire here. Last little bit, keep going. And now we're going to move directly into the next exercise. So inhale, bring the arms parallel to the floor and pull with maximum force on your hands. Pull, pull, pull. Exhale. Hold the breath out, engage root lock, low belly, rectum, sex organs, pull up and in, and pull on the hands. Inhale. Pull on the hands. Exhale. Squeeze root lock, pull the hands. Maximum force. Pressure here at the heart center through the arms. Inhale. Pull the arms. Exhale. Engage root lock, pull. Inhale. Pull the hands, the arms. Exhale. Pull the breath out, pull root lock, pull the arms. And inhale. And relax. Come sitting in easy pose. And just meditate for a moment, relax here. So anytime we work with the arms, we're definitely affecting the heart meridian and the energy of the heart as it extends through the arms. So we're putting a little pressure there to reset, move blockages as we squeeze and release and squeeze and release. It creates this sort of compression, this pump to move energy through the system. So we're going to take the right hand in Gyan Mudra, but it's an active version of it. So your thumb locks the index finger, the tip of the finger, and the other fingers are straight, and release your hand on the right knee with the wrist resting there. And now your left arm is raised up to 60 degrees. And you're going to engage your root lock and breathe long and deep here. And the eyes are open and focus straight ahead on one single point. So keep squeezing root lock, low belly, rectum, sex organs, pelvic floor, lifting up and in, holding that energetic engagement as you breathe. And do your best to focus here. With this concentration, empowering the flow of energy between the universe, the above, through the heart, into the body, into earth, through us as vehicles of this universal love. Receiving that through the left hand, through the arm, into the heart. Keeping this deep focus, both physically and through the mind, through the eyes. Keep breathing each breath like a prayer. May this move whatever is standing in the way of my heart, being completely inviting and open to giving and receiving love unconditionally. To healing past hurts, betrayals, forgiving, and sitting in the power of source. That is our source of love. It's not ourselves. I am not the source of love. It's not my responsibility. My work is simply to become a clear channel and invite it, and have that full faith that it is always there. Keep breathing here. You're doing great. And then gently release the left arm. Nice job. And place your right hand and the right palm on your chest, right at the center. And take your left hand behind you, just opposite the right hand. So the palm of the left hand is facing behind you. So the back of your hand is on your back. And you're placing the hand, so it's like you're sandwiching your chest between the two hands. And concentrate now at the heart center, at the energy here. And feel the flow of energy between your hands. Deeply inhale and deeply exhale. As you inhale, mentally vibrate the mantra Sat, S-A-T, truth. As you exhale, mentally vibrate Nam, vibration or name. Truth is my name, is my identity. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, anchoring the mind to this quality of mantra that is beyond material sound, that helps to elevate the mind in harmony with the self. Really feeling that flow of love, of energy from the hands. Warming, healing, dissolving any blockages, filling any gaps. You can envision it as light pouring through the hands. Allowing this to be a very sweet personal prayer and meditation to nourish this space in your being, both as a subtle and as a physical space. release the arms. And just take a moment to meditate on that space with the heart, feeling the shift. And come laying down on your back. And we'll rest for a little bit here, and you're welcome to get cozy, get a blanket, slide a pillow under the knees for support. And just completely relax in Shavasana here. Start to deepen your breath, waking the body back up slowly here, gentle movements, rolling out the ankles and the wrists. And then with your next inhale, we'll stretch the arms overhead, reach through the toes. Exhale the knees into the chest, gently rock to the left and the right, massaging the lower back. And then gently drop your knees to the left, twisting the spine, opening the arms wide, looking to the right shoulder. And then roll back through center, drop the knees to the other side. Deep breath here. And then hug the knees back into the chest. Rub the soles of the feet together, of the palms together. And then roll up and down the spine a few times. Come to sit in easy pose. And this is a sweet meditation for sort of blessing ourselves and creating a balance in the magnetic field, as well as sort of resetting the energy that we have in relation to ourselves, which then informs, of course, everything else beyond us. So we set the tone, we set the baseline. And in doing so, replacing that fear vibration with the love vibration. We're invoking love more strongly. So we're bending the left elbow by the rib cage with the palm facing forward and blessing the world. And the right hand is above the crown of your head, about 9 inches at the center, above the center of your head, facing down, blessing you. And this is what is correcting the aura. So your eyes are closed here, and they're focusing at the chin, at the lunar center in the middle of your chin. So let the eyes close and roll down. We're focusing at the center of the chin. Breathe long, deep breath with this feeling of self-affection. And you're welcome to count the breath here, inhaling as long as you can, and however long that is, you'll hold the breath for just as long, and you'll exhale for that same count. So you can inhale for 5 or 10 or 20 seconds, building up to 20 seconds. Difficult to do, but slow and steady. Long, deep inhale, hold the breath for the same count, exhale for the same count. And just holding here, blessing and breathing. Keep those eyes looking down, right? So we're creating a little pressure on the frontal lobe here to reset our executive function and the sort of focusing capacity of the mind. Now slowly, gently move the arms to stretch straight out in front of you, palms facing down. And reach through the fingers, stretch from behind the heart. Focus at the center of the chin again. Stretch to the maximum. Breathe long, slow, deep breath here. Continue. Good. With your next inhale, stretch the arms straight up overhead, palms facing forward. And again, here, same thing. Focus at the chin, long, deep breath. Inhale, deep breath. Hold the breath. Stretch as high as you can, so much that your butt lifts. Tighten all the muscles of the body. Exhale. Stay here. We'll do 2 more times. Inhale. Stretch, lift, squeeze. Squeeze every muscle. Integrate this energy into the fibers of your being. Exhale. Last time. And exhale. Meditate here. Feeling that circulation within. Letting love rule us. love dictate our possibilities. Love heal us and connect us to that space of home within ourselves. And deep grounding into the safety of our own loving relationship, the strength when we nurture that relationship. We are completely satisfied and we're full. And the quality of the Supreme is that he is all attractive, completely magnetic. And like recognizes like, right? So if you have everything you need, you can attract anything you need. So tapping into that which is always available within you and nourishing from that well, fulfilling the heart. So you're situated and seated in a place of attractiveness, magnetic capabilities, magnetic resonance versus a sort of extending and hustling beyond possibly our capabilities or our energy supply. We'll close with this lovely little song sending us off, sending off whatever prayers to loved ones, to anyone needing a boost, some loving awareness sent their way. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. We'll close with a long sat and a short nam. Sat Nam. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Have a beautiful Sunday. Sat Nam. Thank you for letting me serve you.